Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kamya Malhotra, and I'm the team lead for Bridge Law 2024. And it's an absolute honor to present our journey on behalf of our team. So, law school in the legal profession can seem intimidating, distant, and even impossible for some of us. We all know this because I think at least once in our lifetime, we've felt this feeling. We're here to break down barriers and make law more accessible and inspire the next generation of legal minds. And this is exactly where we come in. That is why Bridge Law actually exists. Our mission is to be that bridge that connects young, aspiring legal minds, those who might not have the resources, connections, or even the confidence with the opportunities and guidance they need to thrive in law, making it an accessible and achievable pathway for everyone. So, how do we make this happen? We do it through storytelling, mentorship, and practical guidance. We bring together voices from legal community, professionals, alumni, and current students to provide not just advice, but genuine insights and perspectives. We help students make informed decisions, navigate the ups and downs of law school, and see the full range of career opportunities available in the legal sector. Our focus is to build not just knowledge, but also confidence, ensuring that these young minds feel prepared and excited about their journey ahead. I'm incredibly proud of what our team has accomplished this year. Our team of 11 passionate individuals have been hard at work this year. We've conducted interviews with graduate lawyers at Clayton Youths to provide a deeper understanding of the legal profession, increased our social media engagement to connect with our generation of students, and also recorded our very first interview based podcast episode with a panel of lawyers as well as law students. Currently, we're also developing a comprehensive website that will have all of our resources, like our articles and podcasts, more accessible than ever before. We've also hit the ground running with school visits with at St. Albans Secondary College, Killester College, and Berwick College. These visits are not only just about sharing information, but also about answering the pressing questions that all these high school students have and providing them with the tools and inspiration to envision themselves in the legal world. And this is just the beginning. Looking ahead, we'll be thrilled to launch our podcast series during the Monash Law Orientation. This series will feature legal professionals, Monash alumni, and current students sharing their experiences and insights. We're also looking at expanding our network to a biannual law fair, which will bring students from all across Melbourne face to face with workshops, networking opportunities, and the chance to interact directly with the legal community. Our aim is to create an immersive experience that opens the doors and shapes the aspirations of all those who attend. At Bridge Law, we wish to lay a smooth pathway to law school, so whether it's through a website resource, a high school visit, or an episode of our podcast, we aim to leave a lasting impact, one student at a time. Once again, I would like to thank my team for all the time and effort they've put in all throughout the year. It's been an amazing experience working with all of you, and I don't think it would have happened without any of you. So thank you so much.
Well done. Congratulations. I'm such a big believer of you can't be what you can't see. So I think especially those high school visits must be incredible because those students can see. Just had a couple of questions. How do you, other than the visits, how are you getting to those high school students? Because obviously they're not going to be necessarily looking on a website or looking at LinkedIn or something like that. So
Right. So that's exactly why we're planning the biannual fair. So what we did this time as well is we connected to the career guidance cells in each of the schools, talked to them about what our mission really is and what we really believe in. From there, they spread on the messages to the students, which then gives them the access to our website as well as our resources. And at these fairs, if they come through, they can have an experience talking to lawyers, law students, as well as our faculty at Monash Law, which can give them a very candid experience of what law school really looks like.
no TikTok videos. I'm just thinking of my teenagers, what they're looking at constantly.
We haven't really thought about that yet, but yes, we can definitely take that under consideration.
TikTok videos. How have you got any sort of success stories since you've been around? Of any sort of high school students that you've met that have now come into Monash Law?
So I think not really that have come into Monash Law, but we've had a lot of high school students that we went on visits to who have reached out to us again. and talking about actually interacting with our team and talking to them about how daunting it really is, because getting into Monash Law isn't easy, and all of us actually know that. I'm pretty sure you would too. So just giving them that real life perspective that it's all right if you don't get into Monash Law itself, but just getting into law school and just surviving through it is what you need to do, and you'll be all right, because here we are in this room and we're all right. So
That's wonderful, because I can imagine that support if they don't necessarily get in. And I certainly I missed out by 0.7% to get into Monash Law, so I ended up doing arts and then transferring into law in my
Right.
second year. So it'd be wonderful to have people to speak to. I also know the Victorian Small Business Commissioner had the same experience as me. So success, she wouldn't mind me saying. So it doesn't matter if you don't make it in first round. There are other pathways that you can get to, which I think is incredible.
yeah, and that's exactly what happened when we were interviewing Charlie and Sanjana, and that's what they told us, that she explored various degrees. She was first into science, then she jumped to commerce, and then to commerce and law. So, and then she finally left commerce and was doing arts and law. So it's just a journey you have to take, and I think that was reflected in our podcast as well, and that's what we want to show to all of the students out there.
I think it's an incredible resource for those high school students, absolutely. So just final question, what are your growth goals? So are you hoping to get to a specific number of schools? How many high school students would you like to attend that event next year?
So we're hoping to at least reach to 10 to 15 schools, because that would bring in the number of students that we would probably need. Starting fresh, I would say around 60 to 80 students would be the target number that we're looking at, because again, starting small but gradually growing, since it'll be our first ever biannual event, I think that should be a goal which might just be achievable as well.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.